Final thoughts, Alan.
Yeah, I'm disappointed. I walked away disappointed with this movie. It should have been a whole lot better. It had the potential to be a whole lot better. I'm not on the recast bandwagon, and partially I'm still not. But this was such a disappointment to me, and it's there you go. The legacy is over. Thanks, Chris.
I don't know. I just think that everything, and the thing is this, like, I'm like this eternal optimist.
There we go. 57.
Oh yeah, we did it. All right.
Nice.
Okay. That's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you to everybody.
Thank you to everybody.
Very nice.
Helping us out. Look, we've been warned that the quote MCU is coming. I think it's I think this is a colossal mistake. I think you certainly want balance. Look, we want strong female characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They already exist in the comics, okay? But they failed to translate at least a lot of these newer characters to the screen, in my opinion. It's my opinion, okay? But
I agree.
But to diminish you don't build the female characters up by diminishing the male characters. And I think that's the argument. Can't we have both? Can't we have both strong female characters and strong male characters? Well, apparently not.
And to be honest, like if I were like, just so that I can end this in my way, I honestly, I didn't hate the film. I didn't love it. I feel like it's very kind of middle of the road for me. Is it worth a second watch? Not for me, not really. I wish. I guess for me, I walk away wishing they would have done something different, and like that's my biggest takeaway. Is I'm disappointed in the fact that Coogler kind of let his grief get the best of him in this movie, and instead of thinking about what's good for the movie, it's more like he was trying to reconcile feelings that he was going through or wrestling with. You know what I mean? I feel bad for the cast because I feel like they believed they were in a good movie, and I think they expect a warm reception, and they probably will get a little bit, but I just think this movie lets everybody down, everybody involved with it, and I don't think people are going to hate this film. I just think they're going in with expectations that aren't going to be met, is what I think.
Yeah. Look, do you have like a number? Well, look, also, aren't you going to do the review that will be on Rotten Tomatoes?
Yeah. I'm going to write the review
right now.
And it's a hard review to write, man, because I really, there's a lot I have to say about it, but at the same time, it's just kind of like, this felt more like a memorial than a movie.
Let's look at some of these. Regrettably, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever tries to do so many things that it comes across as threadbare and pallid, less a failure of imagination and more of circumstance, time, and narrative constraints. A mercurial sequel that can't match its predecessor. Might have its heart in the right place, but is in the wrong mindset, in the worst space, at the center of a contrived cinematic universe to mourn on its own terms. Yes, it's trying to process loss and grief, but is a Marvel blockbuster really going to be able to grapple with it effectively? Whether it is or not is debatable, but the fact is it is forced to try. There's another review here. Wakanda Forever winds up feeling hopelessly stalled, covering up an inability to move on by resorting to repetitive, over-familiar action sequences, maudlin emotional beats, and an uninvolving, occasional, incoherent story. I'm just reading the rotten reviews. Yeah. Let's see. Yasser Medina says, it's a sequel that bores me in perpetuity with its abundance of one-dimensional female characters and, most of all, bland action that exposes the anthropological side of Marvel without any sense of wonder. And this is from a Spanish-language film critic. Coogler and his team nearly pull it off, leading to moments of real power and emotion not normally found in superhero films, and yet Marvel's need for a shared universe practically undermines it at every turn. So, I mean, we can go on and on. You can read these. These are the as it stands, Wakanda Forever feels as lost and forlorn as the Wakandan people, says Mick LaSalle, the San Francisco Chronicle. You can read all of those, but I think that when more reviews come out, I think that the critics that will able to give it some fair criticism, I think you're going to see a lot more negative reviews in the coming days. I think that yours will probably be mixed, Dante.
It's going to be very mixed. I still don't even really know what kind of score I'm going to give it yet. I'm still kind of, I have no idea.
No, that moment just annoyed me, because it's like, how many times are we going to see this in a movie where someone gets stabbed in the abdomen is just okay, no big deal. But look, my final thoughts are, I think this is among I would put it in the class of like the worst of the Marvel films, which to me includes Captain Marvel, Eternals. I'm sorry it's on that list, mainly because of the high expectations and how this could so easily have been great and a much better tribute to Chadwick Boseman. And I just don't think I don't think people are going to revisit it. And I'm just disappointed. It was weird because I deserve that.
Very nice.
But look. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like now I used to look forward to Marvel movies, and now I dread them.
Yeah.
No, seriously, it's like, okay, so now all this stuff has to continue in perpetuity forever.
No, the magic's gone, man. Like I think it ended with Endgame. I think we had Camelot, right, and now we're just done. Now we're in the aftermath, right? We're just sitting through shit, basically.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
So Quantumania.
That's in February, and then isn't Guardians
is in May. Yeah, okay, Guardians is in May. Right. And then we'll have Secret Invasion followed by Echo.
Right. Well, let's hope Phase 5 is watchable. Like, that's all we can hope for, is it being watchable.